I've hunted, I've grinded, and I've conquered. Today I'm going to show you the list of all of my PlayStation Platinum trophies to date, the ones I'm currently working on, and the ones I've let slip away, for now. From the brutal to the bizarre, this is my PlayStation trophy legacy. Let me know in the comments below which ones you have, your current PlayStation Platinum trophy count, and the games you're currently working on. Alright, let's dive in. Alright, we're looking at PSN profiles to review my PlayStation trophy list. First off, we have 120 Platinum trophies, and we have a completion percentage of 67.68, somewhat respectable. I'm trying to get that number up as high as possible. Impossible to obtain the 100% because we do have some unobtainable games that we didn't finish, but I'd love to see that slowly get up towards 90% if possible. So let's dive in here. We have 200 total games played. We've completed 111 of them. Not sure how I guess the DLC, right? So we have 111 with 120 platinums. That means there's 9 games that we didn't finish the DLC for, it would seem. So let's filter this and look at all of our platinums first. And we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom. Some of these will be a little out of order because I did go back and clean up the games after I got the platinum, cleaning up the DLCs. But here we are. So at the very bottom, you can see the first platinum on our list is Days Gone. I believe this is actually my second platinum. Amazing game. I did not do the DLC yet, but I would love to go back and get that. We got that all the way back in 2020, almost 2021. Got it in the middle of December 2020. But amazing game. Some people love it, some people hate it. I was one of the people that loved it. After that, we've got God of War 2018. That did not have a DLC. I actually almost beat this game and then put it down before I really cared about trophy hunting, and then went back and got the platinum, and I'm so glad I did. It Takes Two. This was a co-op game. Amazing game as well. It was a game that got me and one of my good buddies into hunting platinums in co-op. So that was a lot of fun. Highly recommend that game. One of the best co-op games I've ever played, and if you haven't checked it out, make sure you do that. I believe it's on EA Play too. So if you have EA Play, you could get that for free. Or if you own the copy on download, I believe you can share it with your friend and they don't have to buy a copy. After that, we have Wreckfest. Who doesn't love a little Destruction Derby? This game was super fun. Did the multiplayer trophies a little bit in co-op, but if you're a fan of racing, a fan of Destruction Derby, and just kind of all-around madness, I would highly recommend that one. A Way Out. So this was by the same people that made It Takes Two. I believe the company is called Splitgate. Another great co-op platinum. I think my buddy and I that did It Takes Two sat down and did this in one session. Super fun game though, highly recommend it. It's kind of like a Prison Break style game. And after that we have Spider-Man Miles Morales. Short game, almost feels like it should have been a DLC for the first Spider-Man. You notice we don't have the first Spider-Man. Spoiler alert, that's because that was one of the games, that was my first ever platinum, Spider-Man on the PS4. And we decided to go back and clean up the DLC on that, so it will appear higher up on the list. Diablo 4. Diablo, we got day 1 and did this mainly in co-op. I'm sure we did some of it separate, but couldn't put this game down when it first came out. They did launch that DLC that I haven't gone back and done, but that's something I would like to clean up eventually. Really enjoyed the platinum on Diablo 4. Sitting at an 8 out of 10 difficulty. 150 hours. I believe I put quite a bit more time into it than that, just playing it after we got the platinum too. And then we got a Telltale game. This is probably, this and The Walking Dead, probably the best 2 Telltale games. I did this probably in a couple days. Yeah, 2 days, 11 hours. Pretty easy platinum. It's just like any other Telltale game. You beat the story or complete the story and pretty much get a trophy for every chapter, and I don't think there's any collectibles or anything like that. So nice easy platinum if you're feeling like a chill game. And definitely a good, if you're a Borderlands fan, add some good lore and background to Borderlands games if you haven't checked that one out. Borderlands 3 up next. Did this one mainly in co-op with the same co-op partner, and 100% on the DLC. I think there's 4 or 5 DLCs for this one. One of my favorite Borderlands games. I know most people like Borderlands 2 the most, but I don't know if it was because this was just a newer one, but it got me back into Borderlands, and we enjoyed it so much that we went right into Borderlands 1 after, did all the DLCs as well for that. Pretty much all in co-op for the most part. What can I say? I'm a Borderlands fan, and we'll be seeing more Borderlands down the road. Then we got another Telltale, nice quick easy platinum, Batman the Telltale series. Actually a pretty fun game. I like the story. It makes you make some decisions that are kind of tough. They don't affect the trophies, but it does affect the story in the game. So really enjoyed that one. We played Trover Saves the Universe. It's kind of a hidden gem if you're a fan of like the Rick and Morty style of comedy and art series. I enjoyed the game for what it was. The gameplay itself is pretty simple. Not exactly the most exciting combat, but it is a good game for one playthrough. Again, if you're a fan of Rick and Morty or that style of comedy, I would highly recommend it. It is made by the same people that created Rick and Morty, so check that out if you're a fan of that.
I'm Pickle Rick!
After that, we did the second Batman Telltale game, The Enemy Within. Same idea, just play the game, play through the story, and you'll get all the trophies. So nice, quick, easy platinum there. And what looks like we're on a nice trend of playing a lot of Borderlands and a lot of Telltale games right now. Catan, probably my favorite board game of all time. Trophy Guy has it at a 7 out of 10. I don't think it's a 7 out of 10. I think it's a lot easier than that to do. I've played a lot of the board game though in the past, so I have a pretty good understanding of the game. Maybe it's a 7 out of 10 if you're coming in fresh and you don't know the mechanics of the board game. But quite a fun game. Plays very, the same as what the board game plays, just on your PlayStation. And personally, I had a lot of fun doing it. Until Dawn, probably right up there with my all-time favorite horror games. Pretty story-driven game. They just made the PS5 remake too, which I haven't done, but this is the PS4 original. You do have to play it, I believe, multiple times, get certain people to live, certain people to die based on your choices and outcomes. So I think you can use cloud saves for that if you want, but other than that, it's definitely worth a playthrough whether you're a trophy hunter or not. And just know you might have to do multiple playthroughs, and there are collectibles in that game. After that, we got Dead Island Definitive Edition. This did have DLCs. We did all the DLC too. Played this mainly in co-op as well. It's a great co-op game. Pretty dated right now. It's an older game. I believe it's a PS3 game that they ported to the PS4, if I'm not mistaken. But overall, had a lot of fun doing it. It's still a great game. Not much else to say about it other than that. And the Platinum experience itself was pretty fun. Tom Clancy's The Division. This is the first Tom Clancy Division game. Still haven't done the DLC. The servers are pretty much dead. I believe you can still boost it, but have not done that yet. Probably the only way you're going to get the DLC done is by boosting, at least for one of the, I think there's 3 DLCs, and I think one of them you have to boost at this point. But the game itself, not too bad of a platinum. They have it at a 5 out of 10, 60 hours. That's probably about right. There's a lot of collectibles and some multiplayer stuff that you got to do. You don't have to find matches. You just have to go into, like, they call it the dark zone, and extract items. And if you get into a dark zone with over-leveled opponents, it can get a little spicy. After that, we got a banger, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Love this game. If you're a fan of Souls-like, I would kind of consider this a Souls-like Star Wars game in a way. Pretty easy platinum. No DLC there. And the only thing I'd say about this game is the maps were kind of annoying. Retracing your footsteps to get all the collectibles was a little annoying. We got Hogwarts Legacy. If you've played this game, you know those Merlin trials and those flying books, the collectibles, spamming Revelio to reveal where the collectible locations are, waiting to hear a ping. That was pretty tedious, pretty annoying, but overall I really enjoyed the exploration in this game. Hogwarts Castle was pretty incredible to explore. Had a lot of fun playing it. Would I go back and do it again? If I could erase my memory, probably I would do it again. But I heard they might be releasing a Hogwarts Legacy 2, so I'm excited to check that out. I don't know if it was just a rumor or if it's been confirmed.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
After that, we've got Borderlands 2. So we've got Borderlands 1, 2, 3, and the Telltale game now, all 100%ed. I really enjoyed Borderlands 2. I kind of skipped over that one. I wasn't really playing a lot of games when that released, but I'm really glad I went back to it. Hard to say. I think Borderlands 3 might be my favorite just because it got me back into Borderlands, but everyone loves Handsome Jack, and the story was really good on Borderlands 2. I think the DLCs might have been a little tedious on that one, but either way, we still got it done. After that, we got the newer Assassin's Creed that came out at the time that I platinumed it, Assassin's Creed Mirage. This one felt really good. It really felt like the old style Assassin's Creeds. It wasn't as much the RPG style. Kind of brought Assassin's Creed back to the roots. A smaller map, still had to do collectibles, but overall, kind of a quick, fun platinum if you're into the Assassin's Creed series and haven't done it yet. After that, we have Spyro the Dragon, the first of the Spyro trilogy remaster. Played these games a ton as a kid, had super nostalgia playing this. I do want to do the other two, Spyro 2 and 3. I have not platinumed them yet, but I played those a ton as a kid, so it'd be fun to go back and play those eventually. Pretty chill game after this, Unpacking. You just basically unpack a girl's apartment every time she moves. And it kind of tells the story of this girl as she ages from like a young kid to probably like young adulthood, and the courses of her moving through like high school, college, and so on. Pretty sure I did this all on my PlayStation Portal while watching football on Sundays, so that was cool. Again, really chill game, 1 out of 10 difficulty. You could do it in one afternoon if you want to. After that, we have Tome. Also played this completely on the PlayStation Portal. Really easy game to play on there while watching football on Sundays again. Really cool game, though. I really liked the idea behind it and had a lot of fun playing it. Then we've got a banger after that, The Last of Us Part 1 Remake. So this was the remake for the PS5. Surprised it has it at a 6 out of 10 difficulty. I feel like it's definitely not a 6 out of 10 in my mind, but who knows? Maybe I'm forgetting something. I did platinum this almost 2 years ago now, so hard to say. But great remake, really enjoyed it. Took out the annoying multiplayer trophies from The Last of Us Remastered and the PS3 version, so that was cool. We've got a pretty unique one next, one you don't normally see, Yoga Master. So this was a game that if you want to platinum it, it requires you to use the PlayStation Move controllers from the PS4. And so I actually bought this game without knowing I needed those. Then I found a used pair online and decided I wanted to go for the platinum.
Do you have any history of mental illness in your family?
I have an uncle who does yoga.
This percentage here was so much lower before, but it's crept up quite a bit. But definitely one you don't see very often. It's kind of a fitness game. You follow along and do the yoga poses. It's actually a really hard platinum, in my opinion, because you have to stay. The game requires you to score so many perfect or so many ratings on each pose when you're doing a yoga session, and if you move at all, it detects it, and pretty much it's impossible to get it perfect if you're shaky or if you're not holding the pose like stone stiff. But interesting game. Donut County, some people might call this shovelware. Personally, I don't think these type of games are shovelware if you actually have to do something in them other than spam the X button. This is actually a great game if you're into the kind of cozy indie games. one you can do in an afternoon, and I would actually highly recommend it. It was really fun, really enjoyed this game. Crazy though, it's at 75% platinum on PSN. Another banger up next, in my opinion, A Plague Tale: Innocence. Really enjoyed this game, super fun. I actually have started the second one, but I haven't platinumed it yet. Kind of like picked it up and then stopped playing it because I got into other games at the time. But A Plague Tale: Innocence was super good, great story, great character arc for Amicia and Hugo, the two main characters in the game. And if you haven't checked that one out, make sure you do, because it's definitely a great game. After that, we have Tacoma. I went through a series of doing some kind of quick, short platinums. Tacoma, this is a game I didn't even understand what was going on. To be honest, I probably followed a guide to make sure I got all the collectibles in one playthrough. It's like a 2-hour platinum. If I could go back, if there was like certain games I would erase on this trophy list, Tacoma would definitely be one of them. I didn't enjoy it. It got me a platinum, but I couldn't even tell you what the game was about.
Worst day of my life? What do you think?
It is something about you're on a spaceship. That's about all I remember. So that's all we're going to say on that. Some people, I've heard some people liked it, but I could have forgot it and moved on and not cared at all. The next game was another quick platinum, Lost Words Beyond the Page. This was leaving PlayStation Plus. I believe Tacoma was too. But it was leaving PlayStation Plus. I usually check every month to see what games are leaving, see if there's any of the free games I want to play, take advantage of before they leave the PlayStation Plus catalog. So it was an okay game. It's like a side-scrolling adventure, a lot of collectibles, but 5-hour platinum. I decided to do it mainly because it was a short platinum and it got like okay ratings in the PlayStation Store. Wasn't really my type of game overall, but again, could have been worse. It had its moments. Tekken 7, our first fighting game, platinumed on our list. It's a short one. I think most Tekken games are pretty short. This is the only one I've done. I do plan to do, I think, Tekken 8 soon. Not sure when we'll get to it. We got a lot of games we're working on, but Tekken 7 was fun. I feel like the final boss fight was a little tricky. Took quite a bit of tries for me, at least. I'm not like a pro at fighting games by any means or anything, so probably closer to a button mashing expert than a fighting game expert. But it was fun. I enjoyed it, and it's something I would definitely platinum again. I'm probably going to platinum Tekken 8, like I said. I Am Setsuna. This was a hidden gem. A lot of people don't know about this game. If you're a fan of JRPGs, like Japanese role-playing games, this is one I would definitely check out. It's kind of like a tribute in a way to the older Final Fantasy games, like the ones you would see in the Pixel remaster. I really enjoyed it though. This was leaving PlayStation Plus and decided to platinum it before it left, and I'm so glad I did. There's another game by the same devs called Lost Sphere, I think it is, and that was also leaving. I didn't have time to get them both in, so I picked one, but Lost Sphere is another one I'm keeping my eye on, is one that I might go play eventually, because I really like this style of game. Kind of brings back the old like Game Boy nostalgia, Game Boy or like NES, Super Nintendo, but you can get a platinum too, so you know we love to see that. After that, we do have another banger, pretty easy platinum, but a absolute must-play game if you're a PlayStation fan. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. I believe this was a launch title for the PlayStation 5 when it came out. There is like only one missable in this whole game for trophies, and I'm one of the people that decided to go and miss it. So I did have to do, I think, pretty much a whole nother playthrough on this, or at least like half a playthrough, to go back and get that one trophy for the platinum. Really enjoyed it though. You can see it took me 7 months. When I missed that trophy, I took a break from the game and then went back quite a bit later to clean it up. After that, we have a game I would not recommend to anyone. Unless you're a diehard Borderlands fan, then you got to do it. New Tales from the Borderlands. The first playthrough isn't really that bad. It's not nearly as good as the original Borderlands Telltale, but this game requires you to get certain endings, and there's no way to track what endings you're getting. You could follow a guide online, which will try and get you that ending, but there's no guarantee. Even with following a perfect guide with making all the exact decisions it tells you to, there's no guarantee you're going to get the right ending. I think there's 3 endings if I remember right. I could be wrong on that. 3 endings. It probably took me 5 playthroughs, and I know for some people it took them more because they kept getting the same ending. I think I ended with the same ending 3 times, and then I finally got the other 2 endings that I needed. So if you're a trophy hunter, this is a game to avoid highly, unless you're a huge fan of the Borderlands or you just like the pain like me.
Ow! Knights of Columbus, that hurt!
2 out of 10. I would say basically it is a 2 out of 10, but probably a 9 out of 10 on the boring and stress factor this game can put on you. So just be aware of that. Alright, so next up we've got the Walking Dead Telltale Definitive Series. Amazing Telltale game. This puts all Walking Dead Telltale seasons in one. There's only 1 platinum. You can get the platinum for all these games separately if you buy the season separate. But if you want to experience the whole series in one, this is definitely the way to do it. After that, we have a great nostalgia game, for me at least. It brings back the side-scrolling beat-em-up Ninja Turtles games from NES and Sega. Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
I like turtles.
I don't remember this being a 7.5 out of 10 difficulty, at least for me. There's probably 1 or 2 trophies that bump it up to that, but my experience did not seem to be that hard. But for whatever reason, they have this at a 7.5 out of 10. Great game, though, if you like the old school side-scroller beat-em-ups like these Ninja Turtle arcade games or like Streets of Rage. After that, we have a banger game, in my opinion, Detroit Become Human. Kind of like a Telltale game, but it does have a lot of collectibles. And you do have to get certain outcomes, so there is a lot of missables, like you have to get certain people to live, certain people to die. If you're a fan of AI and the future of AI, this is definitely a must-play game. Kind of shows you what maybe could happen if AI got a little too smart for humans and day-to-day use, so definitely check that one out. I really enjoyed it. After Detroit, we have one of my favorite games of all time, Dead Space Remake on PS5. Huge fan of Dead Space. If you like survival horror and you've never played Dead Space, I highly recommend this game. Can't say enough good things about it. Really wish they'd remake Dead Space 2 and 3, but I heard they had Dead Space 2 in the works and then they canned it when the sales for this weren't as good as they hoped. But hopefully someday we'll get a remake of Dead Space 2 and 3. I absolutely love that series. One of my favorites of all time. A Short Hike is up next. Really easy short platinum. If you're a fan of cozy indie games, this is right up your alley. Super fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's a quick platinum that you can do in 1 sitting, maybe 2. Then we have What Remains of Edith Finch, another quick platinum. I was doing a kind of a quick series of seeing how many platinums I can get in a certain period of time. I think I did 14 platinums in 10 days. It wasn't for content or anything, just I just wanted to kind of test it out and see how many I could get in how many days. And you'll see some short platinums in this series of games coming up next that I did during that time. But What Remains of Edith Finch is a great story if you haven't played it. Just so you know, I believe the PS5 version has a platinum, but the PS4 version does not, so just keep that in mind. From there, we have Undertale. This is one of those weird games that you actually don't need to beat the game to platinum it.
What? Why? Why?
I'm pretty sure I went through and finished the game, even though I platinumed it before beating the game, but just keep that in mind. It is one of those weird games. I hate when games do that, but here we are. In 2025, that's what we get sometimes with platinums. The Order 1886 is next. This, I believe I got on sale for around $10. In my opinion, worth $10 all day. It's way too short of a game, but it is a great game for what it is. It's about a 10-hour platinum. If this game was $70, I would definitely be disappointed that I paid that much for it, but for $10, it is worth a look and one you don't want to miss out on. After that, we have our first ever PlayStation VR 2 Platinum, A Fisherman's Tale. This game was actually super fun. It's a 5 to 6 hour Platinum, but it felt like a lot longer than that being in the VR world. If you've never played a PlayStation VR game or you experienced VR headsets, let me tell you that I personally never would have expected how much it feels like you're in another world. It does completely, at least for me, completely transform you into another world. It feels like you're there. And this game was really fun. There is a sequel to this game I haven't done yet that I'm kind of eyeing in the PlayStation Store to pick up because I did really like this game. It was quite fun. From there, we have a game that was quite forgettable, Telling Lies. It says it's a 3-hour platinum, 1 out of 10 difficulty. We did it in an hour. I pretty much just sped through it just to get a platinum done, and it's one of those games I kind of don't remember anything about. Kind of wish I've never played it in the first place. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about that one. From there, we have another short platinum, but a pretty enjoyable one. I really like this game, The Artful Escape. Super cool music, art style to the game, quite enjoyable, and a nice easy platinum to do in 1 or 2 sittings. Then we have The Road 96. This is kind of like a Telltale. You're a hitchhiker. There are collectibles, and you do need to, I think you need to get a certain outcome in the game, but I could be wrong on that. It's been a while since I've played it. There is some political stuff in the game, but if that doesn't bother you, then it's definitely one to look at. Overall, I enjoyed it. It wasn't as good as some of the other Telltale games, but it's definitely worth a playthrough if you like those kind of story-driven games that are easy platinums. The next game is probably the closest thing to a shovelware I have on my list, Pinball Heroes. Not much to say other than it's pinball. I wouldn't consider it shovelware. You do have to do some things on it.
Right.
But some of those people that are a little more strict on their platinum trophies might consider this one shovelware. Overall, short platinum just to get it done and keep the platinum streak going day to day. After that, we have The Gardens Between. This is a puzzle game. Wasn't really a huge fan of it. You can fast forward or reverse time to change the landscape and help you solve puzzles. It was all right, but it was definitely a game that I was happy to delete as soon as I hit the platinum. So not very memorable for me. Some people love it. If you're a fan of puzzle games, it's definitely got some uniqueness to it, so maybe check it out. But other than that, it would be a pass for me. Then we have a couple PS1 ports, Jet Moto 1 and Jet Moto 2. I didn't even know about the PS1 rewind feature where you can like rewind on your controller if you mess up. So this definitely had some learning curve for me. But once I figured out kind of the outdated PlayStation 1 controls, it wasn't too bad. Jet Moto 2 just builds on Jet Moto 1, makes kind of everything better. There are more races, more racers, better mechanics, but both are dated and both kind of have those wonky PlayStation 1 controls, so just be aware of that. Then we have one of my favorite games of all time, Gran Turismo 7. This game is probably the best racing game of all time in my opinion. It's a masterpiece. The only thing with this game is I did it well after it came out and found out they patched all the license tests that you have to gold medal for trophies, and they actually made them harder. They didn't make them easier, they only made them harder. And so like if you look up YouTube videos of people doing the races, you'll see the gold time, and then when you do the gold license challenges, you'll see like they shaved off several seconds, and some of them, the windows are so tight to get the gold. You have to be completely flawless in the race. If you mess up anywhere at all, you basically know you're not completing the gold on that challenge. Some of them took hours just to get the 1 gold medal on, but I'm super proud of that platinum. It's one of the most enjoyable and fun platinums I've ever experienced, but definitely can be very frustrating, especially if you're not great at racing games. Then we have another banger after that, Dead Island 2. This was in my top 10 horror games on PS5 video that I put out, so was Dead Space. But this is an amazing co-op game, huge upgrade from Dead Island, the definitive edition that we saw earlier. Super fun. I haven't done the New Game Plus trophies. There's 2 trophies that came out after I 100%ed this. We did do all the other DLCs though, and I would highly recommend it if you haven't checked this out, if you're a fan of zombie kind of hack and slash games. Then we're back to Diablo. You saw Diablo 4 earlier. We have Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls with the DLC done. Great Diablo game. Obviously it's a little older, but still very playable and in my opinion very enjoyable, except there's one trophy where you have to do 500 bounty contracts. That was pretty annoying. Then we're up to my first ever platinum. It's way up on the list because for some reason, when I platinumed this, I did 3 out of the 4 DLCs on the Game of the Year edition. Never did the 4th one. So I decided to go back and clean it up, and we got the 100%, but it popped it higher up on my my trophy list. After that, we have one I'm kind of ashamed about. Marvel Spider-Man Remastered. It says a month and 9 hours, but full disclosure, this was an auto pop. I imported my save file from Spider-Man on the PS4, and it auto popped the Platinum Trophy. There is New Game Plus trophies for this though, and I did play through it legit on New Game Plus to get those trophies, so I did at least get to experience the game and play it on New Game Plus. I mean, who are we kidding? It's an easy platinum anyways. I got to play the game. What are you gonna do? Sue me?
Know what they say, if you don't sue, shame on you.
Just kidding. But anyways, it's the remaster's a great updated graphics and some updated gameplay, but basically the same game, and that's my only auto pop. Never again will I auto pop. All the trophy hunters out there, you know who you are that are judging me. Judge away. From there, we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare, probably the easiest or one of the easiest Call of Duty platinums to get. And we got the DLC done, which was like a multiplayer special ops modes. Typical Call of Duty platinum though. Play the campaign on the hardest difficulty, get the collectibles, do certain mission related trophies. I believe that's about it. Then we have, we talked about Trover Saves the Universe earlier. This game builds on that to the extreme. High on Life I can't recommend enough. If you haven't played High on Life and you're a fan of Rick and Morty or that style of humor, it is a absolute must play. The game all around is an absolute banger. Huge respect for this game. Love the comedy in it. The game literally had me laughing out loud at certain points. And there's some other things I won't spoil in the game that had me kind of sitting there just watching the game instead of actually playing it. So really recommend this, and we did do the High on Knife DLC as well when that came out. From there we have a football game, College Football 25. Pretty easy platinum, not as grindy as the Madden platinums, and I got this pre-football season getting hyped up for football. There is a couple online trophies that aren't too bad. You don't really have to be all that good to get them, so overall pretty easy platinum there. Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster. This was super fun, pretty easy platinum, short game. I played these games as a kid, so it was kind of cool nostalgia to go back and get a platinum on the original Final Fantasies. Then we have Destroy All Humans Remake. This was leaving PlayStation Plus. Really enjoyed this game. It was super fun. Platinumed it real quick before it left the PlayStation Store, so we got it for free, of course, or for the monthly subscription at least. But I really enjoyed this game. Pretty easy platinum, and basically just doing alien-like things. Flying around your UFO, terrorizing humans, probably probing cows, who knows.
You what?
I don't remember completely, but it was fun. Dirt 5, we have a interesting story behind. So I actually popped a trophy on Dirt 5, the PS4 version, and this was what I thought was cleanup, but I downloaded the PS5 version, and I didn't realize it until I popped new trophies on the PS5 version, thinking I was cleaning it up. So after getting a couple trophies, I realized now we have 2 Dirt 5s on our profile, and neither of them are platinum. So we stuck it out, grinded out the PS5 version, but then we still had the PS4 version undone or unfinished, and our whole reason for playing it was to clean it up. So it was an attempted cleanup that was failed, but we ended up getting the trophy, the platinum trophy, and we did 100% of the DLCs. There's 4 DLCs for this game, so we got those when they went on sale in the store and did that. Next game we played on EA Play subscription, Unravel. If you're a fan of like kind of the side-scrolling puzzle games that have kind of a good story to them, I would recommend it. There was a couple annoying trophies like no death running every level, but after a few attempts, it's not too bad once you kind of master the layout of each level. There's only like a couple of spots in each level where you actually can die, so not too bad. Tom Clancy's The Division 2. We saw The Division 1 earlier. This recently came out with another new DLC. We did have the 100% there. I did just buy the DLC when it went on sale, but we haven't cleaned that up yet. So we'll get that 100%ed again soon at some point. Then we have a game that, in my opinion, should be everyone's first platinum. Astra's Playroom. It comes free with every PS5. Everyone knows about this game. It's amazing. What else can I say? Next, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Took everything from Jedi Fallen Order and improved on it. I didn't play this until everything was already patched and running smoothly, so I had an amazing experience with it. They made the maps better, they made the world better, the gameplay just as good if not better. So if you liked Fallen Order and you haven't done Jedi Survivor yet, that is a must play in my opinion if you're a Star Wars fan. This was a cleanup here. Took us 2 years, 10 months to do Uncharted, the first Uncharted, Drake's Fortune Remastered. I beat the game way back, didn't care about platinum hunting then, and decided to go back and get the platinum. We didn't do all of the DLC. We still have to beat it on brutal difficulty, I believe it's called, and do a couple speed runs, but we'll probably go back and do that eventually because we are trying to clean up our trophy list and get as close to 100% as possible. From there, we have Rise of the Ronin. If you're a fan of samurai games, this is definitely a must play. Really enjoyed this game. There's a couple annoying things you have to do, like with companions, but overall not that bad. Not as good as Ghost of Tsushima in my mind, but again, if you're a fan of this style game, action RPG, samurai lore, and kind of history, I would highly recommend it. From there, we have one of my favorite games of all time, Black Myth Wukong. This game is a amazing Souls-like game. I literally can't say enough about this game. This personally was my game of the year for that year. I believe it was the same year, I think it was the same year Astrobot won Game of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. But you can't say enough good things about this game if you're a fan of this genre. It is a true masterpiece in my eyes. If I could erase my memory and go back and play any game and just choose one, it would be Black Myth Wukong, I think. Probably my favorite game of all time, if not, then it's top 5 for sure. Let's leave it at that. From great to terrible, we got Grey Hill Incident. Aliens, Halloween was coming up. We did it in the end of September, about a month before Halloween. Did it in one sitting. This game is boring, terrible, janky, whatever other words you can use for it. It's a skip if you haven't done it. If you own it and you want to do one playthrough on it, maybe worth it. It's
Nope.
a short platinum if you're just looking for a new platinum, but basically a terrible game in my mind. God of War Ragnarok next. We still haven't finished the DLC. We started it, but I'm kind of waiting for a new God of War to be announced or upcoming to finish it. But God of War Ragnarok, personally, I think it took everything from God of War 2018 and made it that much better. Amazing game. I loved everything about it. If you haven't played it, it's a must play. I don't have the old God of War's platinum, but I would love to go back eventually and platinum those as well. Then we have Little Nightmares 2. We did do Little Nightmares 1, but that doesn't have a platinum, so you're not going to see it on this list. But Little Nightmares 2, again, side-scroller, kind of spooky puzzle game, creepy, eerie atmosphere. It's fun. I really enjoyed it. Little Nightmares 3 just came out, so I'm hoping to pick that up when it goes on sale, just to stay up with the trilogy, because I really like the first two a lot. Gotham Knights is next with the DLC done. Gotham Knights was a cleanup. Took me 11 months. The actual platinum, when I decided to sit down and do it, probably took a week and a half. But I didn't really enjoy the game. I think it was poorly made. It's DC superheroes, Batman universe. I don't know. It could have been worse, but it could have been a hell of a lot better. From there, it was Spooky Game Month. We did Blair Witch, made by Bloober Team, who also made the Silent Hill 2 remake recently. amazing kind of creepy atmosphere. You know, it's a good game for what it is. Takes 2 playthroughs. I can't remember. I think you have to beat it on the hardest difficulty or something. I can't remember why it takes 2 playthroughs, but definitely worth a look if you like kind of creepy horror games. I enjoyed it. It definitely got me a couple times with some jump scares. It definitely, if you play this with the lights off at night alone, will kind of get the spine tingling a little bit. Then we did Alan Wake Remastered. Still need to go back and clean up the DLCs before I do Alan Wake 2. But I really like this game. Pretty unique, great storytelling, kind of unique mechanics and fighting with the flashlight that you have as kind of a weapon. So overall, I really liked it. Looking forward to cleaning up the DLC at some point and playing Alan Wake 2. From there, we did the Ezio trilogy, Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations all in 1 month. That was a lot of Assassin's Creed in 1 month for me. I thoroughly enjoyed all of them for the most part, but by the time I got to Revelations, I was starting to get a little burnt out from Assassin's Creed. Powered through and got it done, but I haven't touched an Assassin's Creed game since. And it's been a year now, almost a year now, and I'm finally coming around to like feeling like I could play a little Assassin's Creed again. So we might do an Assassin's Creed at some point in the next few months. From there, we have our first ever PlayStation Vita game. I actually did this when I lost power at home for a couple days during a blizzard last year, and I had my Vita and I had power banks to charge my Vita. So I did this during some power outages that were like an extended time. It's a tower defense game, way too much dialogue. It's okay, but the gameplay's fun, but there's just like so much dialogue. I ended up just spamming the X button to get through all the dialogue, because after the first 10 hours of dialogue, it gets super repetitive and annoying. Another VR game after this. This is a great fitness VR game. Every time I played this, I was dripping in sweat after. Beat the Beats. It's kind of like a poor man's Beat Saber in my opinion. It's more of a boxing than like slashing with your Beat Sabers, but super fun. Not as dynamic and not as expansive, I guess you could say, as Beat Saber, but for the price, very worth it. And it's actually it's starting to be a more common platinum, but when I platinumed this, it was actually super rare. I think I was like one of the first 25 or 30 people in the world to do it, and really uncommon platinum at the time, but it's becoming a little more prevalent now. From there, we have another banger game, Stellar Blade, with the DLC or the New Game Plus trophies. Yeah, New Game Plus, not DLC. But Stellar Blade was amazing, super fun, great gameplay. Really enjoyed it overall, and I heard they might be making a DLC for it. I hope that's true, so we might have to keep an eye on that because there might be some new DLC trophies coming out. If they don't make a DLC, then they 100% need to make a sequel because that game was a banger. Horizon Zero Dawn next. This was pure cleanup. We started the game years ago and never finished it, so we went back, started it from square one, replayed the whole story, got the platinum. I still want to go back and do the Frozen Wilds DLC because we have not completed that yet, so need to go back and do that eventually. Then we have Spider-Man 2. This, personally, I didn't think it was as good as Spider-Man 1. The graphics are amazing, especially on the PS5 Pro with an OLED monitor. Venom looks amazing, and the gameplay with Venom is fun, but there's some things in the game, if you know, you know, that kind of take away from the story, in my opinion.
Yeah. Think about it. Watch the angles. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. You're better than that.
I like Kool-Aid.
Yeah, but don't drink this Kool-Aid.
Then we got really busy in life. I was doing a couple shorter platinums just to stay on the platinum grind, but we have some shorter ones and a little less often. In February, we got Coffee Talk and Cat Quest. Both pretty fun games. Coffee Talk's like a cozy, chill game, super easy platinum. And Cat Quest, a lot of people already know about this, but it's kind of like an action RPG in a way, but with cats and dogs. And it's obviously a very easy platinum, sitting at 69%.
69.
69.
But overall, really fun game. I started Cat Quest 2, but I haven't finished it yet. But I enjoyed it enough to go to the sequel. Then we loved Black Myth Wukong so much that we had to do the other Wukong, on the PlayStation Store. This is it's almost like a Crash Bandicoot or Spyro style game, more of a platformer, collect all the gems, collect all the scrolls type of thing. It was fun for what it is. I think I paid like $5 for it in the PlayStation Store just because I needed another Wukong Platinum. So we got that done probably in like one sitting or two sittings. After that, a banger game in my opinion. Think Grand Theft Auto, but for sharks. Maneater with the DLC done. Basically, it's just mindless shark hunting fun. You attack humans, destroy boats. You can upgrade your shark and make it like electrified or have like bone armor. Pretty cool game overall. Highly recommend it if you're into like sharks and the ocean, and just, you know, kind of good violent fun. From there we got our next Ninja Turtles
I like turtles.
Platinum, the Cowabunga collection. This is kind of a cheese trophy. It says we did it 3 days, but basically you can basically fast forward to the end of every turtle game that's in this collection and then just like beat the final boss, so you can kind of cheese it that way. So full disclosure, we did do that because I wasn't about to play a bunch of old Game Boy Turtle games, but I wanted the Platinum. Monopoly Madness is next. This game, I didn't really like it at first, but it kind of grew on me once I learned it better. It's the best way I can describe it. It's not your board game Monopoly. It's kind of like Mario Party, but with Monopoly. And you can play like multiplayer online. I actually kind of had fun playing it. Super easy Platinum. Took me a year and 5 months because it was cleanup. But going back to it, I actually kind of enjoyed it. And if you like Mario Party and Monopoly, you might enjoy this game. From there, we did Power Wash Simulator. You either love it or you hate it. I personally love these style games. It's chill, it's almost like meditative. You erase your mind while you're power washing and cleaning. It's super satisfying. And we loved it so much, we went and did all the DLCs. There's like 6 or 7 DLCs for this game, and we did them all. So, again, obviously putting that many hours into Power Wash Simulator, you can tell I'm a fan of it. Not everyone is. Some people hate those type of games. Then we have Infamous Second Son. This was another cleanup. Took me over a year to do. I started it, played like the first chapter in the game, and then put it down and got interested in other games. But decided to go back and do it. Really glad I did. Basically a superhero game with unique superpowers. And you do have to do 2 playthroughs. You have to like have good karma and bad karma. Overall though, really enjoyed the game and glad that I went back and cleaned it up. Haven't done the other Infamous games, but I enjoyed it enough that I'm probably going to start looking into those at some point. And I heard there's rumors that Sucker Punch might make a remake of this or a fully new Infamous game. I don't know if that's true, but I'm definitely on the lookout for that and more news there, because that would be really cool if they had a current gen Infamous game come out. Then we have a banger, our first ever true Souls game. We had some Souls likes earlier. But Elden Ring, great game. Basically have to follow a guide or videos to figure out what to do, I would say, in this game, unless you want to spend 1,000+ hours playing it, because there's no guidance at all. There's no waypoints, there's no, objectives. You just have to figure it out or use a guide. Full disclosure, was pretty over leveled for most of the harder bosses in the game. So like Melania took me 2 tries. The final boss I beat first attempt. I feel like I didn't get the full Souls experience.
Then you shouldn't have it.
I don't have all the other From Software games done yet, but I do want to go do Bloodborne, Sekiro, all the Dark Souls, Demon Souls. My goal is to eventually have them all. So let me know in the comments down below which From Software Souls game I should do next. Bloodborne, Sekiro, Demon Souls, or Dark Souls 1. And maybe I'll make a video out of that soon. From there we have another absolute banger and probably my game of the year for 2025 in Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Oh my God! I'm gorgeous!
Absolute masterpiece game, amazing from start to finish. This is another game I wish I could erase my memory and play all over again because it is incredible. The fact that this is a 60-hour platinum, and it's sitting at a 42% completion rate is insanity. That tells you how much people love this game. Not really much else to say other than it's a turn-based style combat that also incorporates dodging and parrying, which was super unique and super cool. And if you're into turn-based, if you're into Souls-likes, either way, check this game out. The music is amazing, the landscape and artwork is amazing, the combat feels smooth. Everything about this game is a masterpiece. Then we go from one masterpiece to another. Some people hate this game, some people love it. I really like the story in it, in The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. I still need to clean up the DLCs, the No Return DLC, I believe it's called. And then they just added a trophy for playing the game in chronological order, because as you play it, you bounce back between characters, and it kind of like goes back in time. So now you can play the game in chronological order as it happens. So we got to do those. But great game. I really like the story, like I said. Not everyone did though. Job Simulator is up next. This is another VR game. It was leaving PlayStation Plus, so we decided to do it. And I really liked it. It's funny. It's kind of got some funny like human-robot interactions. And it's a very easy platinum. So definitely want to check out if you're looking for an easy VR platinum or a new game to play on your PlayStation VR 2. Alright, we're getting close to the end here. I know this is a long video. After Job Simulator, we did Nexomon. Always been a Pokemon fan. I'm a nerd, what can I say? Nexomon is probably the closest thing you can get to Pokemon on PlayStation. So, very similar to Pokemon, almost copied it.
I wanna be the very best that no one ever was. Okay.
But with Nexomon instead of Pokemon. But it's a fun game, pretty chill. There is a sequel to it called Nexomon Extinction that we own, but we haven't done yet. So we'll see eventually if that one's as good as the first. But if you're a fan of Pokemon and you're looking for platinums, I would highly recommend Nexomon. It's a pretty easy platinum, and we did it in about a week. From there, this was a nice surprise. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate.
I like turtles.
I didn't really know what to expect with this game. It's actually a roguelike, kind of like Hades or Returnal, but with Ninja Turtles. I did this co-op with a buddy, and I hope they make another game, a sequel or something, because this game was actually incredible. I really, really enjoyed it. This was my first roguelike platinum. Actually, I lied. It's my second. There's a game higher up that we would have seen earlier, but I went back and cleaned up some DLC trophies. So it's my second roguelike platinum, but I have fallen in love with roguelikes because of this game in particular. And other than that, not much else to say. It's a great game, and I would highly recommend it. RoboCop Rogue City up next. RoboCop, this game was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a quick platinum, pretty action-packed. There's collectibles, and I think there was 1 or 2 missables, but there's chapter select, so you can go back and do those pretty easily. If you're a fan of RoboCop, I would highly recommend it. Fan of first-person shooters, I would also recommend it. And they just made a sequel to the game, or some type of DLC sequel, but haven't tried it yet, but I'm looking forward to that eventually. After that, we did Astrobot with all the DLCs. Astrobot is basically Astro's Playroom on steroids. It's amazing. I couldn't get enough of this game when I first played it. If you liked Astro's Playroom and you haven't played this Game of the Year game yet, then make sure you check it out. There's actually some pretty hard platforming challenge levels in the DLCs. If you know, you know. Probably took me like 40 or 50 attempts to do the last DLC level, so definitely can have some challenge. And this game just brought me back to being a kid. Like, it feels like the old Mario games from like N64, or it feels like kind of the old platforming games from PS1. It's such a great game, and I really hope they keep making sequels to this game. I feel like they're done making DLCs for this one, but hopefully they have a sequel in the works. From there, we have another amazing co-op game. In my opinion, this game should be a Game of the Year contender for this year. Split Fiction, by the same people that made It Takes Two and A Way Out. Great game. Some of the most unique and incredible co-op kind of teamwork things in this game that I've ever seen in a co-op game, and that's saying a lot because I've played a lot of co-op games. So highly recommend this one. And this is another one, if you own a copy of it, your friend doesn't need to purchase it. You can actually do like friend share, and so basically if one of you buys the game, it's actually like you're buying the game for 2 people. So really cool that Hazelight Studios does that as well with their games. Then we have a pretty rare platinum, UFC 4. This was cleanup, took me almost 2 years to do, and it's because I played the game a little bit and just decided to stop playing it. Then we got EA Play Again subscription. There's 2 really hard online trophies on this, like a Blitz Battle one, and then you have to like win 10, I think it's win like 10 matches in a row, PvP. And the problem with this is like the game's older, so pretty much the online servers are full of tryhards and people that know what they're doing. So if you're kind of less experienced or not as good at the game, it can be a really grindy, hard platinum to get because of those 2 online trophies. From there, we did some cleanup on Madden Football 24. This is a grind. The Superstar franchise mode is pretty annoying. There's 5 trophies where you have to get to max level with all the positions. We did it. It was, like I said, grindy, but it's a very rare platinum because most people that play these Madden games don't go for platinums. They just do their franchises or play PvP online. Another really rare platinum after that, Chess Ultra. If you like chess, this is a fun chess game, but the reason this is so rare is because you have to win a 32-person tournament online. And I tried and tried and tried to find even 1 person online, and you can find head-to-head matches still, but to find one in a tournament, no one joins. So I actually had to boost this with someone on PSN profiles, and me and this other guy that had a ton of accounts boosted it together.
Cheetah! Coach, come on! Cheetah!
And got the platinum trophies together. Basically, the only possible way to get this platinum trophy is to boost and create a session, because you can't even get 2 people to join a tournament, let alone 32. But we got it done, and I'm super proud to have that platinum just because it was basically a 2-year cleanup at that time. We saw this earlier, Dirt 5. So again, we made the mistake of doing the PS5 version when we thought we were cleaning up our PS4 version. But here we are, we cleaned it up, and there you can see the cleanup, 2-year cleanup on Dirt 5. Did all the DLC over again, played the whole game over again. It's a fun racing game, it's an arcade style racing. Only thing I don't like about the Dirt 5 games is the AI feels like rubber band AI, where basically no matter how good you race, they kind of stay on your tail. And same thing, like even if you wipe out, it's pretty easy to catch them again. I don't know. The AI feels bad in the game, but the racing is fun. It just gets repetitive because the races start to kind of all feel the same in my opinion. Then we got a Telltale game. We started this and then cleaned it up a couple months later. The Expanse, we missed 1 collectible because this Telltale game does have collectibles you have to find. I missed 1 collectible and thought I had to go get every collectible again in one playthrough. This one I didn't enjoy as much as the other Telltale games, so I stopped playing it. Then I decided to buck up and go get the platinum again, and luckily I started from chapter 2 where I missed the 1 collectible, and as soon as I got that collectible, the trophy popped. I thought I was going to have to complete the full game again. It's not really that long of a game, like it wouldn't have been that bad. It's a 5-hour platinum, but I didn't enjoy it that much, like I said, so luckily I didn't have to play the whole game again, just chapter 2. Then we got Far Cry 5. This was cleanup too, almost a 2-year cleanup. I popped 1 trophy in this game and never played it again. Never had played any Far Cries either. But my friend and I decided to play this in co-op together, and I'm so glad I did because it actually ended up being really fun. Made me decide I like Far Cry and I want to play more Far Cry games. And yeah, that's some of the benefits of cleaning up games that at first you had one opinion of. I actually decided I really liked it. We did one of the, I believe there's 3 DLCs. There is some annoying multiplayer trophies in this too that you have to do for the platinum, by the way, but there's 2 DLCs I still need to clean up, a zombie DLC and a one where you're on Mars. So we'll get those eventually. Then we got a PS1 port, Twisted Metal. Did this in one sitting. Super easy platinum because once you make it to the final boss, you can import a code, which basically jumps you to the final boss fight every time, because you do have to beat this game with every character. So it could take a long time if you do it legit, or you can just jump to the final boss fight and beat the game with every character and skip like all the other levels. So full disclosure, again, that's what I did, because it's an old game, the controls are janky. I love Twisted Metal, I played it as a kid, so I wanted it on my platinum list, but I wasn't about to sit there and beat the whole game with every character with those controls. Then we have our first ever roguelike game, Remnant from the Ashes. So this was one of the ones I got this platinum before that Turtle roguelike, but we did do some DLC cleanup. So we still have some to clean up, which I believe all we're missing is some grindy like survival mode trophies. But highly recommend this game if you like roguelikes, if you like Souls-likes. Picture a Souls-like game with guns, basically. That's what it feels like. Then we went and did Final Fantasy II, the Pixel Remaster version. We saw Final Fantasy 1 earlier. We've done 2 now. Basically the same style game. Get all the chests, get all the defeat every type of monster in the bestiary. Play through the story. Super fun games though. I love these style of games. We have the whole Pixel Remaster 1 through 6. So eventually we'll be doing Final Fantasy 3 next. Bug Snacks. This was leaving PlayStation Plus. Kind of looks like a little kids game to me, but actually was super fun. Kind of made me feel like Pokemon in a way, catching all the different types of bugs. And there is a free DLC that we did with this one as well. So check that one out if you haven't. I believe it's off PlayStation Plus now, but I thoroughly enjoyed it and I'm glad I played it. And don't overlook it just because the artwork on the title. It's actually a pretty good game. Then yet another Telltale. I did this way back on the Xbox 360, but wanted to get it for a platinum trophy because I enjoyed this one. The Wolf Among Us. So one of the better Telltale games in my eyes. I don't think it's as good as Borderlands or the Walking Dead, and it might be below the Batman ones too now that I replayed it. I felt like I didn't like it as much this time around as I did when I played it way back when it first came out. I'm happy I played it again just to have a reminder of the story, but and if you haven't played it, I would highly recommend it. It's kind of like fairy tale Telltale game. It's got like the big bad wolf as the main character. Then we did another quick one, Endling Extinction is Forever. This is a pretty cool indie game. There was a couple annoying trophies in it, like getting all the type of food to feed your fox family, but it's a kind of a cute little story, kind of a sad ending, but overall it was a good game and I enjoyed it. So if you're into those, again, cozy indie games, I would recommend checking out Endling Extinction is Forever. From there, we talked about Far Cry 5. Liked it so much that it didn't take me long to do Far Cry 3 Classic Edition. A lot of people say this is the best Far Cry of all time. I personally think it was better than 5. I can't say about the other ones since I haven't played them, but love this game, and I'm a huge fan of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
You're goddamn right.
And as soon as I saw the main villain in this game and heard his voice, I was like, that voice sounds familiar. And it turns out it's actually the same voice as the main one of the characters, Nacho, in Better Call Saul. So that was really cool too, because I'm a huge fan of those TV series. Then this is actually one of our first platinums of all time, Ghost of Tsushima. The reason it's so high up on the list is because we actually started cleaning up the Legends mode. We did all the Iki Island DLC, but because Ghost of Yotai was coming out, I wanted to get back into it. So I did New Game Plus, played through the full story again, and then started doing Legends mode, which bumped it higher up on our list. But Ghost of Tsushima was one of my first ever platinums. I think it was my third platinum ever after Spider-Man and Days Gone. We got a banger up next. I was a huge Gears of War fan on Xbox 360 back in the day. So as soon as this game came out, we started grinding it. And we actually, I believe, where are we here? We were the 32nd person ever to Platinum Gears of War Reloaded. And if you know anything about this grind, you do have to get 10,000 multiplayer kills, so that was quite the grind, and we put a lot of hours and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into that to get that done. It says we're the 32nd person ever to platinum it. I will say though, the first probably 6 or 7 people on this list had the platinum done before the game even came out. So if you put 2 and 2 together, they either got early access from the devs or they hacked the trophy somehow. I don't know. I'm not one to judge.
I'm hurt. I'm actually hurt.
But we should be higher up on that list just based on that. Because the game didn't even release until those people had that platinum, and there's no way they got 10,000 kills that fast, because it takes a lot of hours of multiplayer to get that done. Alright, going back, we're almost done. The Plucky Squire. This was a free PlayStation Plus game. The game is leaving PlayStation Plus, so we decided to get it done. I'm so glad I got this done. This game was actually super, super fun. Really unique way of telling a story. If you haven't played this, I highly recommend it if you like the indie games. Amazing, amazing game. I very thoroughly enjoyed this game. It's actually super, super good. So check that one out. From there, we did another W cleanup. 2 years, 1 month to do Need for Speed Heat. Popped, I think, 1 or 2 trophies in this game. Set it down. Wasn't really into it. Was having too much fun playing other games, I guess, at the time. Decided to clean this up off my list. So we got that done. And trophy percentage is looking a little better now. Typical Need for Speed game, though. Stunt jumps, collectibles, smash billboards, beat the story, upgrade cars. It was really fun though. I actually really like this Need for Speed. Nice short easy platinum after. This is another weird one where you can get the platinum trophy before even beating the story.
Why does this keep happening to me?
The story is great in this game, and I highly recommend not just platinuming it, finish the story, because there's kind of a crazy twist at the end. So make sure you finish this game if you're going to go for the platinum. But yeah, great story. The controls feel super janky playing this one player, because each thumbstick on your controller controls one of the 2 brothers. So your left thumbstick controls brother 1, your right thumbstick controls brother 2, and it takes a little bit of getting used to, but overall the game has some really fun puzzles. That they're not too hard or anything, but they kind of make you think a little bit, and cool puzzle solving, and again, really great story. So check that one out if you want to. Next, we did another Need for Speed game right after Heat. We did Need for Speed Rivals. This is now unobtainable. There's a couple multiplayer trophies that you cannot get. So we decided to get those done, and then we popped this platinum before the servers closed down. So just beware, if you're into Need for Speed, you can no longer platinum Need for Speed Rivals now. From there, this is another big cleanup. This is like an 8-hour game. I thought I would like it. I never played Ape Escape as a kid on PS1. Decided to give it a try because Ape Escape has a huge following. I'm gonna be honest, I did not like it. I know that's probably a hot take because Ape Escape has a huge fan base, but I think I would have liked this more with updated graphics and better controls. The controls feel super wonky to me. It's that PS1 port thing again, but it is what it is. It's actually, like, the more I played it, it got okay, but again, if I could erase this game, I would. I wish I never had to deal with this game, but we did clean it up. I'm glad I did it, and here we are. Then we did Battlefield 6. That's our latest platinum to date. We did have it 100%ed, but yesterday, 1 day ago, they came out with the Battle Royale mode called Red Sec, and they added Battle Royale specific trophies to it. Just played that for the first time today. Our 4th match in, we got the dub and popped 2, I think I popped 3 trophies from that DLC list now. So, yeah, there is new DLC trophies for Battlefield 6. Yeah, we got the Battle Royale win with a full squad alive, and we've got a couple others, but they added some more grind in there with the Battle Royale. I'm here for it, though. I'm ready to play some Battle Royale. Alright, real quick, I know this is a long video. We're going to just show you a little sneak peek at what we've been working on, what ones we skipped, what ones are unobtainable. There's obviously a lot of those games, so we're not going to spend much time on it. But if we change this to not platinum or 100%, you can see what games we're working on. So, a lot of games I started, all these E-ranks, basically just started them. I'm going to go back to them. My goal, like I said, is to get that trophy percentage up higher. It's at 67.6% now. I'd love to see it over 90. I know I can't get the 100. We missed our opportunity on Madden 21. That's now unobtainable. I hated Overwatch. Maybe I'll clean it up. Maybe I won't. But you can see all these games. We're going to go back and clean them. If you see any games on this list you want to see me clean up next, make sure you comment below. Let me know which games on this list I should clean up. Little spoiler, this winter I'm thinking of doing Red Dead Redemption 2, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Call of Duty Campaign Remastered. What else do we got? Returnal is high on my list. The Quarry. I'd love to clean up Tactics Ogre. That's a great game. Callisto Protocol. And Tetris Effect, just because it's a 10 out of 10. See if I can get the skill to get that puzzle game mastered. Deadpool is high on my list. Maybe Super Meat Boy or Jump King. I know that sounds crazy. They're 10 out of 10s, but I think my highest is like an 8 out of 10 difficulty and some 7.5 out of 10. So I'd love to get a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 on my trophy list for Platinum. Also want to clean up Remnant 2 because I really enjoyed the first one. What else? Plague Tale Requiem. Balatro would be a cool one. I'm a big poker fan, so that would be a cool one to have. Death Stranding. Wasn't a fan of Baldur's Gate 3, don't hate me. But maybe we'll still do it just because. Maybe once I give it more time and more of a chance, we'll fall in love with it since it is a Game of the Year winner. What else do we got? So right now, these are kind of the ones I'm actually actively working on, and I don't usually keep this many games that I'm actively working on at once. So it's kind of like a whirlwind. But we've cleaned up some trophies recently on Risk. We're doing Cat Quest in co-op with someone, so we're kind of handcuffed to only playing that when they can play. Killzone Liberation PSP port. Peggle 2, which is a puzzle game that is driving me nuts. Marvel Rivals, play it here and there just to clean up some trophies. We've cleaned up recently a couple multiplayer trophies in Black Ops Cold War, so we're still actively working on that. Borderlands 4, I'm waiting on a co-op partner who hasn't been playing much lately to hopefully clean that up and finish it. We're working on Ghost of Yotai. Honestly, from my initial experience, I consider it a masterpiece. I think it's an amazing game. Could be a Game of the Year contender this year. We will see. Just got done cleaning up some multiplayer trophies on The Last of Us Remastered. So we got that going for us. We got to clean up some other stuff, though, for the Platinum. Then we picked up the Outlast Trials to stream live and play co-op with some friends that also stream. Playing Warhammer Chaos Bane with a couple other co-op friends. So we're tied to only playing that when those co-op friends can play. We got Power Wash Simulator 2 that just came out because we're big Power Wash Simulator fans. What can we say? What can we say? And then last but not least, for Spooky Game Month, we're doing Silent Hill 2, which we've been live streaming on YouTube and Twitch. So make sure you check out that. We're doing our initial playthrough of Silent Hill. We're probably like 3/4 of the way done that game. That is our trophy list. Again, you can see 67.68%. It was around 70, and then I launched all these games and killed it. But we're going to get that higher up. Currently, we're sitting at 91,923 in the world. We're up 4,000 since last week in the US to 22,900. Let me know in the comments down below which games you want to see me platinum next. Which of these games that I didn't finish should I clean up? What games do you want to see on this channel in the future? Do you like these type of videos? Again, let me know. If you haven't already, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.